Hi guys, well, what an absolutely overwhelming response this afternoon to my question regarding the core. Now, this video is going to be in two parts. Part two will be from the gym. I'm going to show you some of the exercises that I think go hand in hand with this, I wouldn't say it's a buzzword, it's been going on a long time, but exercises which I think are fundamental in improving the structure of your body, and that will include the mysterious core, as many people call it. Now, this first part is going to be explaining more about my thoughts behind why I think now, and I have done for quite a long time now, that the core is it's a very, it's a collection of muscles. It's actually, you can't contest with the literature. The literature calls a set of muscles the internal and external obliques, which are down the sides, the transverse abdominis, which lies underneath the rectus abdominis, which is the six-pack, and depending on what textbook you refer to, the six-pack, the rectus abdominis down to the lower abdominals, is regarded as part of the core. But in other textbooks, you'll find that all the deep intraspinalis, multifidus muscles and ligaments alongside the vertebrae at the back, alongside your vertebrae at the back, are heavily involved as core muscles. Now, I'm going to go one step further, and I'm not dismissing anything. I'm just saying that I think that it's very naive to tell somebody when they've got an injury or they're very weak, that the only thing that they need to strengthen is their core. So I'm going to tell you right now that if you've had a back injury, if you've had a weakness in your lower back, or you've got pelvis problems, and your recommendation is to strengthen your core, not only do I think this is a very, very misleading bit of advice, and it normally comes from the fact that 9 times out of 10, the people that you're seeing, osteopaths, chiropractors, physiotherapists, and I can't take anything away from these guys, they're very, very good, but they're not specialists in getting people strong. They're not specialists in getting people, 9 times out of 10 you might get somebody pain-free, but there's a large percentage of people that are back on the osteo and physio's couches before you know it. And the reason that is because they're sent away to train the core muscles. They're told to do abdominal exercises. They're told to do side exercises, and people aren't fixed. So, why do I think I'm an authority on this? Well, A, I've been doing this a long time. B, I've been getting people strong for a long time. C, we hardly ever have people in our gym with bad backs. We have many people turn up to the gym with bad backs. Do we train the core directly as a core strengthening phase of our programming? Not at all. Do we have people performing and getting results quickly? Yes, we do. Now, the other reason why I think I'm authority on this, an authority should I say, is the fact that I prolapsed the disc in my back and was told that I'd never squat again. I certainly would find training very, very difficult. At the time when I did my injury, I'd have believed them. I was in so much pain. And it led me down the route of trying to understand more about this so-called core. Now, being from a performance background, I knew that, the whole body, is involved in every function that we do. So telling me to go and strengthen my core so it's going to help my prolapse disc didn't really ring true with me. So I started to then look across the rest of my body, and I started to realize that my right ankle was very unstable. I realized that my right glute was very unstable. I realized that my left lat was very underdeveloped under my armpit on my left-hand side. I realized that I was very overdeveloped on one side of my neck on my trap, which led me to believe that I had a lot of muscular imbalances. These muscular imbalances then affected how I was performing certain exercises in the gym. And would you believe it, when I traced everything back, it's no wonder I prolapsed a disc in my back. When you look at women that have had children, they're very, very forward tilted pelvises. Is it any wonder for 3, 4, 5, 6 months after giving birth, you've got a bad back? But you're told by the doctor or the physio or the osteopath that you just need to strengthen your core. Here's the thing. dismiss what you know about the core and first and foremost, get strong. Now, there are degrees of getting strong. There are degrees of getting strong that's starting out literally from something such as a plank. Now, a plank is where you go on your elbows on the floor, your legs are straight out about 3 or 4 inches above the floor. And, you know, going back to when I prolapsed the disc in my back, I literally couldn't do this until I was from a kneeling position. So, yes, I do understand that there are certain exercises that start to stabilize and bring back the stability in the trunk. But the next step, the strength side of stuff, is where you all fall down. No one that we see has strong glutes when they have a bad back. No one has strong spinal muscles when they have a bad back. No one has strong hamstrings when they have a bad back. No one has strong rhomboid muscles pulling the shoulder blades back when they have a bad back. Everybody has tight abdominals. Everyone has tight hip flexors. Very, very strong quads, the hip flexors at the front of the hips. Very many people have a forward head posture. So when you're going to go to your core training and you're still very, very weak, the whole thing about this core is that the core actually is the whole body. It's absolutely everything, right from the foot to the knee to the ankle to the hip, to your lumbar spine, right the way through to your thoracic spine, the upper part of your back, your shoulders, your elbows. To me, it's the full body and every single muscle and ligament that's connected. And if your body is not strong, I don't care how strong you are in a plank or how many crunches you can do, structurally and performance-wise, you are weak. And your back will get worse and worse if you drive for a living and you don't train to get strong in the muscles such as the glutes, the spinal erectors, the rhomboids, the hamstrings. You will get backache after backache after backache. So I'm going to tell you now, dispel what you know about the core, or not, should I say, dispel is that dismiss that there are core muscles, which are very true, but understand that core training to me involves getting the whole body strong. It doesn't involve training through rotation just to make your rotational muscles strong. It doesn't involve doing crunches 100 after 100 after 100 to make your abdominals strong. If you want to strengthen your core, get in the gym and strengthen your full body. And when you see tomorrow's video, you're going to realize that the exercises that I put as core exercises don't match anything that you've ever been taught before. So stay tuned. I hope this has helped you. I hope this has given you a better understanding that, you know, the core muscles, whilst they're called the muscles that are around the midsection, to me, the core is the full body. Unless you're training the full body, you have a higher chance of picking up bad backs, tight hips, tight back, tight neck, you name it. You've got to get strong if you want to minimize injuries, prolonging or picking up injuries.